We're looking at accounts 2017, right? And if you notice on the marathon material, for every number one question you're supposed to do, the balance scorecard, right? So question 1 says right here, the balance scorecard is construed on 4 important concepts. Discuss these concepts, right? And so, when you talk about the balance scorecard, right? So we're looking at balance, right? Scorecard. From what you will have learned from class, right? Balance scorecard has focus on 4 perspectives. Right? So focus on 4 perspectives, which are financial perspective. Right? The second one is what? Customer perspective. Third one is internal business process. And then the last one is innovation or learning and growth, right? So we have innovation and growth. So these 4 perspectives. So the question says the balance scorecard is construed on 4 important concepts, and we must discuss these concepts, right? For 18 months. Right? Basically, the balance scorecard, right, is a way in which you can measure the performance, right, of a business. If a business is doing well, that's really what the balance scorecard is, right? Let's say we have 2 sets of businesses. Let's say we have Digicel, and let's say we have Flow. We have 2 similar businesses, right? Chances are Digicel probably made a profit of, let's say, 100 million. And probably Flow probably made a profit of, let's say, 30 million. Right? So just looking at this from an accounting point of view, you more or less say, probably Digicel be far better than Flow. Agree? From an accounting point of view. But if we now look closely, right, what is going on in terms of using the balance scorecard to evaluate or to analyze the performance of these 2 businesses, then probably say something different, right? Probably might say something different in that we can use all these 4 perspectives, these 4 areas, to assess the true performance of the 2 businesses that itemized right here, right? In terms of financial perspective, right? The financial perspective, or you can write financial perspective, right, will focus really on if a business makes a profit. So you can write, okay? Because the question says discuss, right? So the financial perspective focus on profit motive, that is if the business actually makes a profit. So that's what you're going to really base your discussion on. Okay? So if a business like probably say Digicel or the other company Flow makes a profit, right? Then you more or less okay, the performance of both companies were good for this period. right, in terms of the financial perspective. All right? In terms of the customer perspective, you're basically basing your analysis, right, on if the customer is satisfied, right? If you're able to grow your customer in terms of increasing your market share. So you are looking at different activities, different things that involve the customer being satisfied. Right? That's what you're going to base your customer perspective on in terms of your discussion. If the customer is happy, that is less customer complaints, right? Probably you increase the number of customers you have over time, that is meaning increasing your market share. Then in terms of, so we're okay with that for now. In terms of customer perspective. Then the next one is the internal business process. Right? Internal business process. Right? For the internal business process, you are looking at, right? You are looking at what goes on internally within your organization in terms of ways of doing business, right? And is your employees loyal to you, right? In terms of ways of going about your business, right? Does your are your employees concerned about your customers? Is the question, right? In terms of the internal business process. Then in terms of innovation and growth, right there you're looking at if you are coming up with new ways of doing things, in terms of new ideas. Is your organization growing? Is the question. Let me go back to the example that I have right here. Right? Right here, I have Digicel probably made a profit of 100 million and you have Flow making a profit of 30 million. Right? Just on the face of it, just looking at the figures I have here, we could more or less say that okay, Digicel probably far better than Flow. But when you actually now use the balance scorecard, this four perspective, to look at what is going on between these two organizations, chances are, when we actually analyze using these four perspectives, it might actually be that Flow actually outperformed Digicel. If you actually look at the true performance of both companies. Take for example, right here in terms of financial perspectives, from the face of it, both companies did well, right? They both made profits, right? Then chances are Flow here, if we are using the balance scorecard to analyze the true performance of both companies, chances are by the reason why Flow's profit is lower than Digicel probably might be due to the fact that Flow probably spent more money in terms of reaching their customer. So it actually reduced their overall profit in the long run. Right? So it's not just looking at profit on the face of it. This company over here could have probably used more money for that particular year of business than Digicel, which is why the profit reported is lower than the other business. Is that clear? Mm-hmm. Then in terms of internal business process, chances are probably Flow. The reason why Flow has a lower profit here is because Flow is spending more money probably on training their staff so that their staff will be able to improve customer service to the customer, right? And all of those costs probably affected the amount of profit for the year that they're able to present on their financial statements. And likewise, probably for this particular year that we are comparing both businesses, for the particular year, chances are probably Flow spent more money on innovation, right? Inventing new phones, inventing new technology than Digicel. So that's the reason why the amount of profit shown on their balance sheet is lower than Digicel. So as I said earlier on the face of it, you can't just say, oh, because Digicel made 100 million and Flow made 30 million, Digicel is doing better than Flow. That might not be the case. So you're actually using these four perspectives to analyze the true performance, how the company, how the organization actually performed for that particular period of time. Are we okay with that so far? All right. So that's in terms of the four perspectives, really what they're really saying. And you can apply the balance scorecard to any type of organization, right? Any type of organization. At least you can use it to analyze the performance of different type of organization. Take our next example. Let's say we have a business like KFC. Right? We have a business like KFC. So if we're trying to analyze the performance of a business like KFC in terms of the financial perspective, what we will need to analyze under financial perspective for KFC, right? Under the financial perspective for KFC, just make some. Under financial perspective,